worked with modders to make the hardest version of Stardew Valley ever made. How hard is it? Everything is more expensive. The mines start in the dangerous version. There's double the bundles. Your energy is halved. NPCs have 20 hearts. Gift preferences are randomized. Clay farming was nerfed. Hurricanes can destroy your entire farm. And we added taxes. So this is my 30-hour journey to complete the community center in the hardest Stardew Valley mod ever made. Upon spawning into this hellscape, I get to work clearing some space and cutting down trees to make a chest. However, one of the first things you'll notice is that the materials required for every single crafting recipe has been doubled. So instead of needing just 50 wood for my chest, I'm gonna need a whopping 100. So I instead opt to hoe down some ground for my parsnips, then plant and water them. But I'm not able to water them all before depleting my energy. Like I said earlier, this mod gave our farmer little baby bones, so the energy cost on every single action has been doubled. Meaning that now, instead of costing 2, hoeing and watering require 4 energy each. This, you'll soon see, ends up being the major roadblock of this run, as I'm extremely limited in how much I can do a day. I attempt to look for some forage to fill my energy back up, but after having no luck at the bus stop, I head into town. Now, monsters spawn in town, and they spawn a little quicker than I thought they would. Please leave me alone. Oh my god, there's so many of them. I have no sword. Please. Mine's not open for another 5 days, please. Oh no, please leave me alone. Oh my god, that did so much damage. Please, Pierre, save me, save me, Pierre. Upon heading into Pierre's, we discovered that the amount of seeds he sells is now limited, only having 20 of each crop per week, meaning that we're gonna have to diversify our crops. Not only that, but all his prices being higher means we can only walk away with just a couple parsnips. Oh my god, they're still there, what the hell? Please go away. There's nothing of a sight. Oh, I still gotta check the trash can though. Oh my god, the bats were grossed out by me checking the trash can. In Cindersnap Forest, I managed to find some spring onions. But before returning home, I encounter Haley. All of the NPC's gift preferences have been completely randomized in this mod, so I decided to try giving her a piece of wood, which she still hates. Dang it. With that failure out of the way, I chug my onions and finish getting all of my precious parsnips into the ground. Unfortunately, even with all my delicious onions, I'm still unable to plant all my seeds, forcing me to plant the last 8 on day 2. After that, I head into town to see if anybody will have a good reaction to my wood. Funnily enough, this mirrors the last time I whipped my wood out in public. After that, I head for the beach because you know what time it is. Time for the backbone of any Stardew Valley challenge run. A crowning piece I use in every single farm. Just kidding. Clay has actually been nerfed to a sell price of just 1G, so you won't be seeing any clay farming this time. Instead, what I'm here to do is look for some worms, which I find and I'm able to grab myself an artifact. I can donate this to the museum to collect a free 250 gold, but we won't want to collect it yet for a reason we'll see a little later. Oh my god, please. It's okay. The only way around is through. Get away. Get away. Oh my god. That night, I leveled up to Foraging 1, which the field snack should be a great way of bolstering my super limited energy, even at the doubled cost. And you might notice something weird about today. Yes, despite it being Spring 3, which always has rain, this mod has gotten rid of rain altogether, so we won't be getting free crop waters anytime soon. So after having to manually water my crops, I used the rest of my energy to cut down trees, as after 3 straight days of chopping, I still can't afford myself a chest. So finally, after the 4th day, I can craft myself one. This mod turns even the simplest actions into like an hour-long process. While out and about though, I accidentally exhaust myself, which surely won't lead to any... Oh my god, nothing? Jesus Christ. I was gonna wake up with like a little energy. Jesus. Irregardless, after sleeping, all 33 of my parsnips are ready. My primary focus at the beginning of this playthrough is gonna be money. Once we stabilize our money source, we can use it to afford things to lessen the difficulty of this mod, like tool upgrades, traveling card items, or this Furby with boobs. As such, we're gonna need to go out on Saturday, the best forage day, as frequently as we can. Head to Pierre's and sell my parsnips straight to him and reinvest all of the gold into cauliflowers. Cauliflowers are far from being the best spring crop. In fact, I think there's like 4 ahead of it, but their high seed cost and higher selling price are most conducive for a playthrough where energy is so limited. Almost as limited as your world's view if you're not subscribed to the Shawnee Dude channel, because you think you are, but you can't look 5 centimeters to the right to see that you aren't. With the cauliflower all planted, I make sure to read the community center scroll to start the unlock process for tomorrow. Nice, man. What are the chances of that? Bro, I am so glad I didn't buy parsnips yesterday. Having unintentionally min-maxed the crop fairy, I pluck all my crops and check my mail to receive my first tax deduction. Yes, between Saturday and Sunday night, Lewis will now take a whopping 20% of your current gold. As if I needed another reason to hate this guy. For that reason, we're gonna want to only sell things when absolutely necessary. After that, I head to the Wizard's Tower and have now unlocked the community center. Oh my god. That is so many. Yes, the community center has now been changed to include all of the bundles from the normal and remix community center, giving us nearly double the bundles to complete. And some of the remix bundles that Concernip added made me literally want to commit murder. Why did you ever? But we'll get there. For now, I just complete the spring foraging bundle and then invest my new cauliflower into a new batch of seeds. Out of habit, I crafted all the forage I found into spring seeds for a little extra money, only to realize right after that because the crafting recipe is now doubled, this is actually a huge loss of resources. Oh well. Pierre unfortunately is completely out of cauliflower seeds now, so I decided to put the rest of my money into kale. After planting all those, I spend the rest of my day looking for coal for a scarecrow. That night, I get farming level 2, which is going to be a hugely important level up, and you'll see why soon. I spend the next couple days just watering my crops and chopping down trees. I also start planting some acorns for an eventual oak resin farm, because I remembered in my research that I was going to need a lot of tappers. However, this was 100% not the type of trees I needed to tap, but gameplay Sean won't realize that until much later in the run. I also finally managed to scrounge up 100 wood, 2 coal, and 40 fiber for a scarecrow. In addition to all the usual chopping and watering, I also make sure to go out on Fridays for forage, as the traveling cart will be open then, so I can knock them both out on the same day, even though it's technically less forage efficient. On day 13, my kale and potatoes are ready, though unfortunately I can't reinvest the money yet, as today is the egg festival. After just absolutely smacking Abigail up at the egg hunt, I mean really, it was kind of embarrassing, I win myself a shiny new straw hat. And that night, I get myself farming level 3. The following day is a good luck day, which I take as an opportunity to head to the mines. However, I'm soon reminded that there's been a reason I've been avoiding them. Okay, not even worth it. Yes, the mines will now always be stuck in the usually restricted to endgame dangerous version. Now, of course, this brings the obvious problem, like having no way to take out the enemies, but even larger than that is the rock. Each rock takes a whopping 5 hits or 20 energy to destroy. Alright, well, that's a wrap on the mines, I guess. That was fun. Was it, though? Alright, mines are kind of a wash. Despite them being a wash, the mines are the next major roadblock of the run, as we're going to need money to complete most things in the community center. And the easiest way to get money? Farming. And unless I want to sit here hand-watering potatoes for the next 87 years, I'm gonna need sprinklers. And of course, these sprinklers can only be crafted by getting ore from the mine. And to get through this dangerous version, we're gonna need to upgrade our pickaxe all the way to gold. And since we can't mine for the ore, we're gonna have to buy it all from Clint, which is gonna be more expensive than giving birth in America. To work towards said money goal, I take all my crops from yesterday and invest them into more cauliflower and potatoes, though I can't plant them until the next day because of my energy. I continue watering crops until the 16th when salmon berries have spawned, which I take some time to grab. I also take this day to finish up the spring crops bundle, unlocking the fishing bundle. Dear sweet Jesus. Yeah, there's a lot of fishing bundles, and most of them are really hard, and casting a fishing line cost a whopping 18 energy. So I decided to just leave this as a problem for Future Sean. Hey guys, Future Sean here. That guy. After that, I head to Pierre's and buy both blue jazz and tulip seeds, as I completely forgot I'll need them both to complete the garden bundle. It's mass sleeping and watering through the next couple days until spring 21 comes along and my crops have finally bloomed, which pushes me to farming level 4, giving me the always valuable preserve jar. Oh my god, 16 coal is insane. Jesus Christ. That is actually insane. Well, I guess we will in fact not be having a pickle run. I water for the rest of the season until spring 28. Here, I have a giant panic attack about the changing season and look for the carp, bullhead, and largemouth bass. Fishing in this mod is 50% harder. What that means is just that it takes 50% longer for you to reel in any fish, but they still escape at the normal rate. Luckily, I'm able to get the harder largemouth bass as my first fish, meaning he's completely unable to escape, which made my life a lot easier. While I'm out, I make sure to also check the traveling cart, though nothing particularly catches my eye. The next day, my cauliflowers are finally ready, and I can finally transition into summer. On summer 1, I prepare my crops for the season. I have high hopes of being able to craft some sprinklers this summer, so I set my crop fields up accordingly. I decide to go half and half between blueberries and melons here, as well as grabbing all of the community center required crops. And when I go home, I decide to turn all my sap into fertilizer. Oh, shoot. Oh my god, the sticky bundle. That was stupid. That was so stupid. If you're wondering if that mistake is gonna cost me hours in tree chopping, you'd be exactly correct. After planting and watering my crops, I head to bed for the night. Oh, no. Please. In the middle of the night, you experienced a fierce hurricane. Hopefully everything is alright. Please, please. No, no, please, please. Okay. Oh, well, everything looks great then. Well, I'll be. Where did it even go off? There, I see it. That could have been bad. This mod also introduced hurricanes, which have a 5% chance to happen every night and randomly destroy one large part of the farm. Though luckily this time it just hit a random tree on the side. I go on to start watering my crops when I notice something. Why the hell did I buy 90 crops? That would take a full 360 energy to my 270 cap. In order to water them all each day, I'm forced to eat one of my stored food, most of which are crops, which is certainly not money efficient. In fact, I'm probably actually losing money on every single water after this, but hey, not much we can do about it now. On Friday, I go foraging, but in the remix bundles, the summer foraging bundle also requires a piece of coral, meaning that I'm forced to use 300 wood to repair the bridge to get to the other side of the beach. And with that collected, I can head to the community center and finish up that bundle. Look at them all. Oh my god. Leave me alone. Oh crap, I'm being slowed. Oh my god, I actually might die. Holy crap. Back to crop watering for me, but now I've got to also look for tree seeds daily for a field snack, which mind you costs 2 tree seeds. Then on day 14, my melons are ready. Though unfortunately only 2 gold star ones, so I'm forced to buy another batch. But I've learned from my mistakes before and only buy 10 this time. Nice. Oh my god, that's huge. That is so freaking nice. What are the chances? However, with the new bolster of income, I can finally afford to buy myself some copper ore and upgrade my pickaxe. I settle on 50 ore, 20 for a furnace, and 25... Oh my god, I forgot it was doubled. Oh no. So I'm gonna need a lot more money, so I buy myself another set of melons. And while I just said that was too much to water, a couple things have changed. Firstly, after selling off all our melons, Demetrius visits us and installs the superior mushroom cave on our farm. Having the source of 6 energy foods will help a ton with us watering all the crops. The second reason is proficiency. See, you probably never noticed this, but whenever you level up in a skill, you get +1 proficiency in that skill. This makes the action 0.1 energy cheaper to perform. And after harvesting my melons, my farming has gone up to 5, making each water now only cost 3.5 energy. Both of these combined make watering a full field like this much easier now. And did you notice anything about level 5 farming when I flashed it on screen? That's right, completely empty, as this mod eliminates perks altogether, so no tiller for us. And the next day, my blueberries are ready as well. I also make sure to add the mushroom cave to my daily chores list, both for the energy and will need 5 purple mushrooms for the wild medicine bundle. I take my new blueberry over to the community center to finish out the spring crops bundle, giving me a much needed quality sprinkler. I can also drop a moral and a mushroom into the exotic foraging bundle. After that, I sell off the rest of my blueberries and turn them into copper and iron ore. But I don't have enough money for all the coal I'm gonna need. So after a couple more days of watering, I can approach with a full stack of blueberries and upgrade my pickaxe to copper. Though something pretty sweet happened on my way over. Oh my god. Bro, I'm too good at this. After giving my pick to Clint, I realized that I forgot to buy the rest of the iron I needed before putting it through, meaning that tomorrow, Lewis hits me with a fat 700 gold tax. But that's okay, because I love paying my taxes, and I always do it correctly. So if you're hearing this, IRS, there's no need to audit me. Love you guys, Internal Revenue Service. On summer 23, after I pluck my blueberries, I pick up my copper axe and the rest of the iron and coal I'll need for my steel pickaxe. Uh-oh. Yep, a hurricane. Okay. Looks like we're fine. After selling my latest blueberry batch, I can upgrade my pickaxe to steel. And at the time, I was really impressed with myself. But the more I look at it, it's been 2 whole seasons and all I've done is upgrade 1 tool twice. Yeah, that makes sense. On summer 26, I'm able to secure my 5 golden melons, as well as pick up a scorpion carp from the traveling cart. And this was honestly the biggest pickup of the entire run. The scorpion carp is required for the master baiters bundle, to which I, without a doubt, consider to be the hardest bundle in the entire game, as all of these fish are extremely difficult to catch. Like in 1200 hours of Stardew, I've only successfully been able to catch 1 lava eel difficult to catch. While I'm here, I also pick up a rare seed, which I'm gonna need for the rare crops bundle. On summer 27, my steel pickaxe is finally ready, so I decide to test it out with a trip to the mines. The pick upgrades have lessened the amount of rock hits I need from 5 all the way down to 2, making traversing much easier. But easier does by no means mean easy, as the enemies still do a number on me, as I have no armor and my dinky little sword comes nowhere even close to killing them. And while the steel pickaxe is a huge improvement, it still drains my energy, meaning I can't even get to floor 3 before exhausting. I'm definitely gonna need that gold pickaxe before coming back here. It's the last day of summer and I head on over to the community center to do a drop-off, including including the 5 gold quality corn and 5 hops I picked up this season. And with that, we've entered our first day of fall. I head to Pierre's to sell off the melons and blueberries we've been stockpiling for a cool 20,000 G. I then reinvest that into pumpkins as well as the other seeds that I'm going to need for the community center. After that, I would take the rest of my remaining gold and buy most of the gold ore required to upgrade my pickaxe again. Then, for the next long while, it's just about watering our new pumpkin patches. 13 thrilling days after that, my pumpkins are finally ready to harvest. I was also lucky enough to get the 5 gold star qualities on my very first attempt. With my fall crops now all grown, I do another community center drop off and finish the fall crops bundle, the quality crops bundle, and the garden bundle, netting me a bee house, a seed maker, and most importantly, a preserve jar. These will allow me to pickle my recently harvested pumpkins. With the extra income source rolling in, I decide to not plant another batch this season and instead focus on fishing, with my main goal being to catch the elusive tiger trout. Now, I've been putting off fishing for a couple reasons. Firstly, the 50% difficulty buff makes it a little harder to say the least. Oh my god, this is so hard. What the hell? This is like 10 hours for a freaking chub or something. Hold it, man. You could be hovering over the fish for minutes just to have the bar completely destroyed after losing it for a couple seconds. Even basic fish truly blow me out in this complete battle of endurance. The other reason I've been putting off fishing is that most of the fish needed for the community center need to be caught during the rain. And Pelican Town is going to be drier than California for the foreseeable future, meaning that those fish are completely out of reach. But we'll handle that much later down the line. For now, it's important for us to just start getting our fishing level up, of which we achieved level 1 tonight, and also level 8 farming. Cool. The next day, I spend the morning fishing until my last golden bar is finished cooking, which I then take over to Clint's for our, hopefully last, pickaxe upgrade. On the 16th, I head over to the Stardew Valley Fair, as I have high hopes of expanding our farm next season, and buying the rare crow would be nice when crafting one is completely out of reach for me. I managed to somehow place second with my array of crap, giving me 500 star tokens, that I can then swiftly gamble away. But after accepting a kick brand deal, the slops suddenly start turning my way, and I'm able to buy myself the rare crow and the star drop. Easy. I say 6 hours into this recording session. I forgot I made it that. Nice. The following morning, my pickaxe is ready and... Oh, nice. Meaning after picking up my pick, it's straight to the mines. Only discovered that a gold pickaxe takes the same amount of hits to destroy a rock as the steel pickaxe does. Awesome. So glad I spent 15,000 G on this upgrade. Luckily though, I've been farming the mushroom cave daily, and I come in with a stack of 80 common mushrooms, which help me delve a lot deeper. Now, you're probably thinking, well, the dangerous mine says radioactive ore, which is insane to get this early in the game. And I'd counter with, well, have you seen what radioactive ore can actually craft? 2 mostly useless items that I couldn't even get in this playthrough. But radioactive bars do sell for a whopping 3,000 G, which could ricochet me ahead. Unfortunately, radioactive bars have been nerfed in this mod and only sell for 1 single gold. You'll still see me try and mine them up as we go down, because I figured that they're so rare that they must give an insane amount of mining experience. I'd later learn that despite them taking like 10 hits to break, each node only gives you 18 experience, which is the same as an amethyst node. Oh well. I get all the way down to floor 3 this time before... Oh my god. Oh my god, what the frick? You gotta be joking. You gotta be joking me right now. That was insane. What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. What? And then I passed out? No, no. Oh, F4. Oh my god. Hopefully I got it before it saves. I don't know why I immediately passed out there. That was so weird. Oh, you know, I definitely still passed out. That's okay. We just lost the good luck day. It's okay. It's no big deal. It's not like it was a best luck day. That's what we've been looking for the whole time. The following day is a worse luck day, though, so I decide to go fishing instead. Surely that will go better. Damn. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Please. Release me from this mortal coil. Please. God, it's an endurance race. Holy crap. Thank you. And it was a salmon? But? Oh, okay. Oh. How about that? How about that? While it's not a tiger trout, we take the small victory. So after a full day of unsuccessful fishing, we head to bed. Next day is a bad luck day, but I am determined to make progress no matter what the cost is in the mines. So I head back there and devour as many common mushrooms as it takes. I will succeed. Okay, let me try that again. This time I decide to not push my luck, as getting to floor 5 takes all of my energy. So I call it a day right there. And while it wasn't much, it still does push me to unlocking mine in level 2. The day after that is a best luck day though, so I head right on back to the mine. Surely today will finally be our day. it. Oh, God. It's gonna take 10,000 hours. Yeah, infested floors are gonna be completely impossible for us at the current moment, as killing everything on this floor with just our dinky little sword will take way longer than a day would allow for. And while you might think just craft a staircase, you know, I actually thought the same thing. Oh my God, I forgot it costs 198. So I'm forced to abandon the day altogether and head to sleep. Okay. I will recover today. Okay, today's gotta be the day. I decide to instead go to the spa, restore my energy, and then get back to fishing. I managed to catch a bream today, though I'm still having no luck with the tiger trout. The next day, I make it back to the mines again and finally don't get stopped by an infested floor. In fact, I'm making pretty good progress, making it all the way down to floor 13 before getting stopped by another infested floor. Okay, I guess it did happen. Obviously, this is a bummer, but we did get a good amount of coal and copper, so it wasn't a complete wash. My only goal with the mines is to get down to floor 40, so I decided to hunker down and just spend the rest of the season trying to get there. And while my initial limitation was energy, this soon transitions to health, as on floor 11, blue squid starts spawning. And these things are the devil. Firstly, they have 300 health, so there's no way I'm killing them. Secondly, they do a whopping 18 damage per hit. They also spawn in swarms, and since they're flying, it's almost impossible to escape from them. They shred through my health whenever I see them, and in fact, on this floor, I was forced to retreat and reset the floor just to prevent death. The squids in general make traversing the mine so much more difficult, putting pretty much every single floor on a timer. I continue progressing, making sure to grab the coal carts on each floor. Since there'll be no dust sprites, it's important for me to get as much coal as I possibly can. On floor 19, I'm attacked by a squid, and since the stupid spiral floor's layout is so close quarters, I have nowhere to run, forcing me to use the emergency staircase that I crafted this morning. That coolness was pretty much all the stone I had, so not how I would have liked to use it, but no well. On floor 20, our mine's reward is the club, which is huge. Not only is the club one of the best weapons in the early game of Stardew Valley, but also its secondary AoE attack pushes back enemies, which will give me at least some defense from the squids. This huge boost in power allows me to get all the way down to floor 24 before hitting an infested floor. And since I already used my staircase, I'm forced to lose all that progress. To prevent this in the future, I use my gold pickaxe to mine down some of these large boulders on my farm, letting me return with another staircase. On floor 24, though, I get the fart gas and a ton of squid spawn, shredding through all my remaining health. I am able to outrun them, though, and find a staircase just seconds before they can finish the job. On floor 28, I put my staircase to good use and skip an infested floor and make it all the way down to floor 30, only 10 left to go. And while the squids are gone, now we have to deal with the ghosts, which are even faster and do more damage. Why do they move so fast? Look at these. He's freaking... Oh my God. How is he halfway across the map already? There's two of them. Dear Lord. Oh my God. It's just a freaking whole crew of these guys. Look at how many things are... Oh my God. I can't even see where I'm going. Combined with the fact that I can't see anything and these golems blended to the background, these last 10 floors are extremely difficult. Oh my God. With just 5 floors left to go, I leave for the day and drop some things off at the community center, like the aquamarine for the dye bundle, some iridium ore I found in a crate for the engineer bundle, and some quartz and earth crystal into the geologist bundle. And after the bats in Pelican Town have tortured me this entire playthrough, I can finally even the score with my club, giving me enough bat wings for the adventurers bundle. It's winter now, but that's of no interest to me because I'm headed straight back to the mine. If I could just get down those last 5 floors, everything in this run would unlock. What? How is that even fair? There's like 40 things. I can't. I gotta go. That was insane. Might have been a waste of a staircase, but whatever. At least I see it. I can't. Not here. Please. Nice. Holy crap. Alright, iron time. Yes, I had finally made it down to floor 40, which means I can start grinding iron. While I would usually go for quality sprinklers, getting to just here was an absolute struggle, so I have no hope of getting all the way down to floor 80. Instead, I'll just be settling for normal sprinklers, which will cost us 2 copper and 2 iron bars each. By continually resetting floors 41 and 21, we can easily grind out as much ore as we want. I still have to be careful on floor 41 though, as these hopping mushroom enemies can quickly gang up on me, bringing me dangerously close to death. I also make sure to bring my axe with me, as sometimes mahogany trees will spawn, and I'm gonna need lots of hardwood at the end of this run. I spend the next week completely dedicated to grinding out iron ore, which I'll skip as it was pretty boring. But after all my mining, I end up with 1 amethyst, a fiddlehead fern, 260 copper ore, 319 iron ore, and perhaps most valuable of all, a jade, which will prove to be one of the most important items we pick up this entire run. With that all taken care of, it's time for me to actually do all of my winter chores. First of which being finding the winter root and snow yam by hoeing up the ground. Now, winter forage can actually be repeatedly hoed up, which is even more more profitable than clay farming. However, once again, regular quality winterroot and snow yams have been nerfed to only sell for a single G. But in reality, none of that even matters, because despite hoeing all day, I'm unable to find either one in the ground. So the next day, I gotta gather it up the old-fashioned way by hoeing some worms. Luckily, I realized when the bundles are remixed, you can use holly, meaning I don't even need to find winterroot and can complete the winter foraging bundle. After that, I spend the rest of the day foraging for money before hitting the hay. I sell everything I gathered that day and invest it all into coal because, like I said, the lack of dust sprites makes it pretty difficult to grind out. On the way, also donate something to the crab pot bundle and donate 10 hardwood to finish the construction bundle. This gives me a charcoal kiln, which will help me whittle into my coal problem by using it to convert some wood. I mass sleep through the rest of winter, waking up each day just to process my bars, put some wood in the charcoal kiln, and refill the preserve jars. On Fridays and Sundays, I also go and check the traveling cart, to which I luckily find chicken eggs of both colors. After processing all of my ore, I ended up with 18 sprinklers. So I take the day to figure out how the actual hell to set these up, because I have no idea how to use regular sprinklers. I end up marking all the spots that they shoot water to, and then using paths to cover up all the non-watered spots. That way, when I go out there for the new season, I can just hoe every spot I see. And just like that, we've already entered year 2, and Pierre's now stocking 100 of each crop, allowing us to get a full spread of cauliflower. I mass sleep through days until another hurricane hits the farm, which thankfully we've been able to dodge again. We're getting really lucky on these, and I couldn't be happier about it. On spring 14, my cauliflowers are ready, so I reinvest them into a new batch before sleeping through the rest of spring. I made sure to save all my regular quality cauliflowers though, so I can turn them into pickles. On spring 26, my next batch is ready as I pluck them and hit farming level 9. And just like that, it's summer. Here I decided to go all in on blueberries and then use the excess cash I got to buy out the 2500 G bundle and the 5000 G bundle in the vault. On summer 14, I go and check the traveling cart and see she has pancakes, which I pick up for the home cooks bundle. I continue sleeping through the season, but on the days that I have to wake up to harvest my blueberries, I make good use of the time by also using all my energy to cut down trees. We are still hurting from me wasting all of my sap on fertilizer, so we're way off from the sticky bundle. The following Friday, I head to the traveling cart once again and manage to secure myself a lobster from the crab pot bundle. While this bundle can usually be done by just foraging the items off the beach, my inability to kill the enemies means I can't collect a crab from the mine, so picking this up will save me a huge amount of time. And with that, it's the end of the season, so I head over to the community center and use our new boisterous blueberry profits to finish out the vault bundle. But the real reason I wanted to finish the vault actually had nothing to do with getting its reward fixing the bus. The real reason I wanted to complete it was to get the crystallarium from the 25,000 G bundle. Using this, we can put the jade we got back from the mines in and start duping this. Why we're duping this will become relevant later, but just know for now that I'm collecting a jade every few days. Now it's on to autumn, and while we finish the money-centered bundle, we still need a ton more money to complete this run, as we're gonna need to get all the way to a deluxe barn and deluxe coop and get a pig. So it's back to Pierre's to grab a pumpkin. I decided that if I buy deluxe speed grow, I can actually get a third harvest of pumpkin, so I decided to go all in on that. But besides just making our millions, we've got a ton of other goals to get done this month, mainly the sticky bundle. I start going out every single day and cutting down trees until I'm exhausted. This doesn't just serve the sticky bundle though, as we're going to need to get all the way to foraging level 9 for this run, as that's when you unlock the rain totem. The rain totem forces rain to occur on the following day. And since it never rains in this pelican town, this is going to be our only way to catch any of our rain exclusive fish. I consider foraging one of the hardest skills in the game to max level up, as cutting down trees only gives you 12 experience, so we're going to need to be working every single day to level it up. While chopping though, nice! Oh my god, what are the chances? Thank you, Frozen Geode. That is very convenient. I had no idea how I was gonna get that. I also managed to pick up the sturgeon and the fried calamari for the home cooks bundle that day from the traveling cart. On fall 10, my pumpkins are ready, and as long as I get my second batch down today, the speed grow should allow me to get 3 whole batches in. I head on over to Pierre's and... when will I realize that Pierre's is always closed on Wednesday, man? Like 1,000 hours of this game. When will I put this very simple fact together? The Pierre is always closed on freaking Wednesdays, man. So, yeah, that made my deluxe speed grow a complete waste, throwing a good 10k down the drain. But to be fair, Pierre has a very stable schedule and is only closed on a single weekday. How was I supposed to remember that? I finish out the Field Researchers bundle, as well as donate an oak resin I got from the newly constructed tapper to the Enchanters bundle. After that, I replant my new day-late batch of pumpkins and then head back to sleep. On Fridays, I also make sure to get up and look for forage, as we're gonna need a whole 20 wild plums to complete the Foragers bundle. After a couple more days of sleep, my solar panel that I got from the 10,000 G vault bundle finally produces a battery pack, which I'll need for the engineers bundle, as well as my bee house of honey for the artisan bundle. A couple days later, my tapper has put out its second piece of oak resin, which I'll need for the exotic foraging bundle, so I can now transfer it to a nearby maple tree. I also start growing some pine trees by my house, as the rain totems I mentioned earlier are gonna take a whopping 10 pine tar per totem. So that was the tree I was supposed to be farming this whole time. Now I remember. On the 20th, my pumpkins are ready, and even though I can't fit in another batch of them this season, I decide to make the best use of my mistake and grow a ton of wheat instead. This will be useful for a couple reasons. Firstly, it'll just be nice to grow something in that time that I'd otherwise not be able to and make a little extra cash. Secondly, I'll need both wheat and hay for Marnie's fodder bundle. Lastly, I'll need some hay as there are going to be a ton of animals I'm going to have to raise. Overall, a great way to turn a mountain into a molehill. All of my tree chopping finally paid off this month as I was finally able to get the 500 gold for the sticky bundle. And God, I really hate this bundle. Where did I put this on my bundle tier list? Easy! Was I insane? At least completing it gave me some nice tree fertilizer though. After that, I used my remaining cash to build a barn for the pigs I'll need, as a rain totem is also going to cost true truffle oil. Though I guess I could always just ask Lewis for his supply, but yeah, I'll just build the barn. The deluxe speed grow is still on the ground, which means my wheat only takes 3 days to grow, so I'm able to get another batch in before the season's end. I also use some of my tree fertilizer on those pine trees so I can start tapping them ASAP. Before the season ends, the traveling cart has apples for me to buy, so I buy 1 for the artisan bundle and 3 for the fodder bundle, which I realize now was actually 1,000 G more expensive than just buying an apple sapling at Pierre's. Whoopsie! But now it's on to winter, and while for most this is the no farming season, for me it's actually quite the opposite, as this season I plan to plant tons of winter foraging seeds. The reason is actually not financial at all, and instead as a way to raise my foraging experience. Once the seeds grow into forage, each one you pick up gives you 7 foraging EXP. So if you get a ton of them down, you can skyrocket your foraging level. However, there's a slight problem with my plan. The first batch I plant down are the 30 seeds you receive for completing the winter foraging bundle. And when they all grow, I go to turn everything I picked up into more winter foraging seeds. But unfortunately, I'm only foraging level 6, and you don't unlock the recipe for winter foraging seeds until rank 7. So what am I to do? I can't craft the seeds because my foraging level is too low, but I can't raise my foraging level because I can't craft any more winter seeds. But then I remember in this YouTube video by this insanely attractive YouTuber that he actually put winter root seeds inside of a seed maker, as this spits out winter wild seeds. But he said the best method to collect all the winter root would be to use an iridium hoe on the beach, hoeing up every tile on the ground, which would average you around 30 winter root a day. You're cute little bro, but just plain stupid. As instead, we can use clay farming to make winter forage spawn in a pattern, and hoe up tons of winter root in just a couple in-game hours. Unfortunately, half our hoes will end up being snow yams, which like I said before, sell for nothing and can't be placed in the seed maker. However, at the very least, they'll give us a good source of energy restoration for the rest of the run. So after hoeing up the whole beach, I spend the rest of my day converting all my winter root into wild seeds, and allowing me to fill my entire farm with them. This was a full day's work and a lot of clay farming math, but it'll all be worth it when... No! Oh my god, that's so many sprinklers! What the frick? Oh no, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Almost 5 sprinklers, Jesus. Well, that is not good. Well, it was bound to happen eventually. At least my chest stayed. Having just lost a good chunk of my sprinklers to the winter hurricane, I head back to the mines and grind out some more ore. Are you freaking joking, man? After resetting, I managed to get nearly 150 copper ore in a single day, which I was pretty proud of. Luckily, I already had a huge stockpile of iron in storage, so after selling off some pumpkins I'd been saving and a brief trip to Clint's for some coal, I can start getting all of my ore processed. On winter 15, my wild seeds have grown, so I plop down the sprinklers I've been able to process thus far and plant as many winter roots as I can. With all the different quality forage I have to lug around though, I finally get fed up with inventory management and decide to upgrade to the large backpack in winter of year 2. Yes, I know I'm cheap. Now that all my ore is processed, I actually have more sprinklers than before the Great Hurricane, so you know, maybe hurricanes are actually based? After sleeping until the 22nd, my winter seeds are ready, which despite a full season of growing the seeds, still don't warrant me a foraging level up. I surmise I'm gonna have to work a little harder if I want to reach foraging level 9, so I decide to upgrade my axe all the way to steel. This will allow me to break stumps and logs, which will give me a good 25 foraging experience per stump. And after clearing a couple of these out of my farm, I'm finally pushed to foraging level 7. I'm about to get dogged by Grandpa. I do not think he's gonna say nothing nice. I've been sleeping through every day, dude. I know what I'm about, okay? Just cut to the chase. Let's get through this. It's actually a hard mode mod that I'm playing, Grandpa, so, it's actually a lot harder than probably your other grandchildren, so... My dog did not like my voice. He is upset. Oh, we got one! And that's it. That's all you need. More than one candle, that's just excessive. And with that, it's spring of year 3, and yet we're still only halfway through this challenge. Woof. I plant a new batch of cauliflowers and then head to bed. While I'm still sleeping through the season to make some money, I add something new to my routine. On Fridays and Sundays, when I get up to check the traveling cart, I head to the secret forest. There are 2 main reasons for this. The first being the stumps give me valuable foraging experience, as even though we're level 7, because of experience scaling, we're not even halfway to level 9. Second reason is actually because of the slime. You see, to make the rain totems, I'm gonna need truffle oil. And to make truffle oil, I'll of course first need an oil maker, which requires 100 slime to make. But as you know, I haven't been able to kill a single enemy in the mines thus far, meaning my current slime count is a whopping 0. But luckily, the secret woods still spawn normal green slimes, which I can easily take out, allowing me access to slime. So by coming here every couple days, I can slowly knock out both of these birds at once. If it please God. I need this right now. I need this. Okay, we're cool. We're cool. On spring 14, I can collect my cully harvest, which I can then reinvest into new seeds, but also a seafoam pudding from the traveling cart. This will give me +4 in fishing level, which is going to be super important when the amount of rain days we have is so limited. The last thing we can now afford is a bunch of stone from Robin. I realize gathering stone is actually pretty difficult here on account of the dangerous mines, so I'm forced to buy it all straight up. And we're going to need a whopping 500 of it to get a fully upgraded barn. I sleep through the rest of spring, continuing to do the secret forest a couple times a week. On the 26th, a new wave of cauliflower is done. And I also grab a tuna from the traveling cart, though I later realized I'd have to catch a gold star quality one anyway for the quality fish bundle, making this once again a huge waste of money. After that, I head to Robin's and upgrade my barn to the 2nd tier. And with that, we're on to summer once again. Only this time, instead of blueberries, I can head to the desert and pick up some starfruit seeds from Sandy. After harvesting them on the 14th, I can sell them off to get myself a pomegranate sapling, as I only need one more fruit for the artisan bundle, and I need a pomegranate for the enchanter's bundle anyway. It is a Sunday, so while at the desert for my next round of starfruit, I've also made sure to bring all the jade I've been duping this entire time, of which I now have 52. At the desert trader, I can exchange these for staircases, allowing us to finally unlock the final layer of the mine. And with all our starfruit planted, we head to bed. Oh, please, God, I'm gonna kill someone if this blew up my starfruit. Please. Okay. Oh, the pomegranate, though. Oh, that was so expensive. Pretty much all of the starfruit remained unscathed. The blueberries had to sacrifice their lives for it, but I sell off some of the recently deceased blueberries in order to buy myself a new pomegranate sapling, but losing all those sprinklers still doesn't feel great. I then put the rest of my money into stone since I've got a decent chunk of change and tax day is coming up tomorrow. And with one last wave of starfruit harvested, now it's back to autumn, which means it's time for more pumpkins. And Jesus, I forgot how good starfruit are. Look at how much profit we got. I use my excess starfruit dollars to purchase the rest of the stone I need and then buy the final barn upgrade. I also managed to grab foraging level 8 that night, putting me within reach of the rain totem. I take all the staircases that I got from the desert trader and finally make the plunge back into the mine. By staircasing past every level, I managed to get all the way down to the final layer of the mines, the gold floor. The reason I had to come down here was really only to grab the fire quartz, but I used the rest of my remaining staircases to grab myself the star drop while I'm here. I also managed to pick up the bone sword on floor 90, giving me a much needed upgrade from the club that I've used this entire playthrough. With all that finished up, I can donate a frozen tear and fire quartz to finish the geologist bundle and a diamond and an emerald to finish the treasure hunters bundle. The following day, I can also use the fire quartz I got and smelt it into refined quartz to finish the engineer's bundle. This just leaving one bundle left in the boiler room, the adventurer's bundle. I decided to look for a void essence since getting all that slime will take eons. However, this means I'm gonna have to take on the dangerous mine's incredibly tough enemies that I have neither the defense nor the firepower to take on. The main thing I need to do is avoid the shots of the shadow sniper, as they will completely blind me for a couple seconds, quickly racking up damage. But with some good dodging and a lot of snow yams, I'm able to defeat the sniper and grab myself a void essence, the final item I need to complete the boiler room. And after harvesting another wave of pumpkins, I can finally afford to buy myself a pig from Marnie's. Oh, and look, its name is Subscribe. Remember from before? Okay, second call of action check. Now, in addition to sleeping, jarring, and chomping, I make sure to add petting little Subscribe to my daily routine. While in the secret forest one day, I cast my line into the pond there and fish myself up a wood skip. I also continue foraging around the map to look for plums, as we'll still need another 7 more to finish out the forager's bundle. With the end of autumn quickly approaching, I make sure to also start seed makering the winter root that I have left over from last winter, so we can start the first day of the snowy season with a full stack. For the next couple days, I also head into town and wait for the green slimes to spawn, as we're quickly approaching the point where we're gonna need an oil maker, and I'm still a good slime's way off. While waiting for them to respawn in town, I can even head into the mines and farm the rest of the gold I'll need for the aforementioned oiled rig. My pomegranate tree is finally sprouted, so I decided to do a quick community center drop-off day, including finishing off the specialty fish bundle, which gives me 5 Dish of the Sea, increasing my fishing level by 3. Combined with our seafoam pudding, I'm now feeling a lot better about our fateful fishing days. I also realized that I'm gonna need a large goat milk, so I head to Marnie's to buy myself a goat, who I name for some reason. Subscribe actually makes his first truffle today, so I decide to build him a gate, so I don't actually have to search all across the farm for his truffles. I mean, to make my animals happy. Yay! It's the final day of fall, and I spend the day grinding out the last little bit of green slime I need before crafting an oil maker, allowing me to start processing Subscribe's precious truffles. And with that, it's now winter again. This season, my main goal is to solely get my foraging to level 9, as fishing is really the last big thing standing in our way right now. Even though I had already processed a ton of winter root, we still need more, so I head over to the beach and do a full day of forage farming. On the way home, I drop off my shiny new truffle oil from my oil maker in the artisan bundle, which gives me... oh. Usually, that gives a keg. Wish I knew that before I spent nearly a quarter of this entire playthrough trying to craft an oil maker. And also, now I need to grind out the materials for a keg. Awesome. That night, I work as late as I can getting the winter seeds down, while waiting for the seed maker to put out the rest. I end up going to bed with just a couple spots missed. The following morning, I finish up the rest of my wild seed planting, and spend the rest of my energy chopping down trees, as I am determined to get that level up. Every time I get tired, just shoveling more snow yams down my throat and getting right back to chopping. Once my fingers grow tired from rapidly animation canceling, I spend the rest of the day just processing winter root to prepare for our next batch. Oh, shoot, I got an ancient seed. I didn't even notice. Cool, I guess. The following day, I head to Robin's and get my coop built. I kind of forgot about building this since earlier in the run I got those eggs and wool from the traveling cart, but there's actually no other way to get rabbit's foot unless I want to grind out for the 0.8% chance in the dangerous skull caverns. So, coop it is. On winter 8, my next batch of forage is ready, though unfortunately it's still not enough to push us to foraging 9. So we gotta plant down another batch. I sell our leftover pumpkins, some starfruit jelly, and then the remaining winter forage we picked up, and buy all the stone we'll need for the rest of the run and upgrade our coop. On winter 15, our forage is ready, but it's still doesn't give us foraging 9. I feel like a dog whose owner promised me a treat if I sit, and now he's asking me to sit and roll over and high five and fucking explain gerrymandering like, come on dude, just give me the goddamn treat. I plant down another batch and then sell the excess forage to purchase myself the final coop upgrade. I also go down to the traveling cart and pick up a fried egg for the chef's bundle. On winter 22nd, I harvest this season's final batch of wild seeds, and thankfully it pushes me over the edge to hit foraging level 9. Phew. Man, foraging in comparison to the easier skills like farming and mining is so hard to get up. And with that, we've made it to year 4, which I'm hoping to be the last year of this challenge, as we've already come most of the major obstacles of this run. A lot of the major obstacles of the run, at least. Firstly, my 2 oak resin are finished processing, so I make sure to take the tappers off, and that gives us almost everything we need for the keg. After grabbing a new batch of cauliflower at Pierre's, I get them into the ground. We end up sleeping through most of spring, but I do a couple housekeeping things I'll go over. Firstly, we craft ourselves the keg, where I can start refining some of the items needed for the brewer's bundle, starting by turning my honey into meat. We also pick ourselves up a duck and a rabbit from Marnie, because I forgot we totally need a duck feather for the dye bundle. Subscribe also gives birth to a baby pig, which, like, did the goat? Don't want to think about it. After that, I head to Robin's to pick up a telephone. Now, in case you've never even thought about this item, like 99% of Stardew players, you can actually use it to call all of Stardew Valley's vendors each day. For our purposes, you can use it to call Gus, and he will tell you the dish of the day. Now, why do we need the dish of the day, you ask? Well, for the children's bundle, you need cookies, which are otherwise locked behind 4 hearts with Evelyn. Now, you might be thinking, well, Shawnee, I can tell you're playing as a boy. Wouldn't you receive cookies in the mail from your mom upon earning 5,000 G? And you would be right. In fact, that was the entire reason I played as a boy for this run. However, I accidentally eat it. Stupidest joke I've ever written. So now our best bet is to call Gus on the phone every morning to ask what his dish of the day is going to be until he stocks cookies. In other cooking news, I need to start befriending Pam, as she holds the recipe to the cheese cauliflower, which is required for the home cooks bundle. So on her birthday, I give the old drunk a beer. Huh? She doesn't love beer because things aren't randomized. Oh my god, I want to murder someone. And while I'm super happy for Pam's newfound sobriety, this leaves me in a bit of a sticky wicket. Luckily, the saloon also has a chance to stock either of the dishes we can use for the home cooks bundle, so I guess we're just gonna have to get a little bit lucky. Twice. I do manage to collect the 10 salmon berries I need for the children's bundle at least. And right before the end of the season, baked fish. Oh, nice. Oh, that is huge. Oh my god, Gus, you came through. Thank you, Gus. Thank you, Gussie lad. So I head down to Gus's and pick that up, meaning that I've finished the home cooks bundle without cooking a single time. Finally, before the season's up, I head to the mountain lake. And because of my higher fishing level, I can now reel in gold star quality fish. So after a day of fishing, I managed to reel in silver star quality bass. Okay, I'm just gonna come back here on the big fishing day. And with that, our very sleepy spring is over and it's on to summer. Time to plant down some more starfruit. I also finally grabbed the red cabbage seed as I had completely forgotten about it for the past 2 years. And while most of our fish are gonna be caught in autumn, there are still a few we need to catch in summer, so I head to Willie's, upgrade my rod, and buy a bunch of bait. The main fish we're looking for here is the gold star quality tuna. Honestly, fishing has been scaring me this whole playthrough after our failure to catch the tiger trout in the beginning, so I'm really not looking forward to even catching a medium hard fish like the tuna. And to get a gold star quality, we're gonna have to get a perfect on the catch. I reel in a couple tunas, but unfortunately the amount of time you have to keep them on the bar for is so long in this mod that I don't end up perfecting any of them, keeping them all below gold star quality. Luckily that night, I level up to fishing level 4, and combined with a trout soup I bought from Willie's, I can start reeling in iridium quality fish, meaning I don't actually have to get a perfect on the tuna catch. And if you think I'm exaggerating how hard fishing is here, just look at this one I got on the line. This is sped up, but in actuality, I had this fish on the line for 53 seconds. 53! And that's every fish. Luckily though, after enough fishing, I'm able to get a tuna with a semi-easy pattern and secure myself the gold quality tuna. I'm keeping up with the upkeep of my animals as well until... Oh, I can use a duck egg for that? Oh. You're gone, goat. You're gone, goat. Sorry, brother. And the following day, my rabbit gives me her foot so I can sell her off too. I continue sleeping through the days and calling Gus until he finally stocks cookies as his daily dish. I also finally get the last purple mushroom I needed for the wild medicine bundle. I didn't really mention this, but I was checking the mushroom cave daily for this, so not having to do that anymore is a huge relief. But after donating all those, I've now finished off the crafts room bundle and have just got 3 bundles left. While waiting for Gus's to open, I go to the ocean to fish myself up some seaweed, as I'm gonna need to craft myself a fish pond. And after getting the 5 I need for the pond, I can swing by Gus's and grab myself the forbidden cookies. On the 14th, our starfruit are all grown, so we can get up and harvest those. My dinosaur also hatched today, whom I named Death, and then promptly sell. I guess Meteor wasn't the only thing coming for you, man. I invest all of our profits from our starfruit into a new batch of seeds, and make sure to pick up an ice cream here at Sandy's to finish off the children's bundle. After planting all my starfruit, I head to bed, but just 3 days before they're ready for harvest... Well, it's a good thing I don't need money anymore. Wow. Wow. With that, we sleep our way into fall. Oh my god, I forgot to harvest these. Whoopsie. Well, that was a waste of 50,000 G. Oopsie. Not like there was many left anyway. Alright, you're carrying us for the rest of this playthrough, Starfruit, because we got no more money. As such, this season I decide to not plant any crops, as we've only got one big goal for the entire season, the fish tank. Yes, it's finally time to take on perhaps the most difficult obstacle of the entire challenge. Been able to collect 3 rain totems throughout this entire playthrough, so we only have 3 days to get nearly every single fish for this entire bundle. So after using it on the 2nd, it's time to get moving. Firstly, we head to the river. I hook a tiger trout, and while it proves pretty difficult with my improved fishing level, I finally managed to catch it. Also remember that I should probably eat my dish of the sea, which is going to take my fishing level from 5 all the way to 8. But even with all my fishing buffs, the catfish still proves insanely difficult, as if it darts away for just 1 second, I lose pretty much all of my progress. But after a full minute of back and forth, I managed to get a little lucky and he doesn't dart away, allowing me to add him to the list. After that, I managed to hook the easiest of the fish I needed here, the gold star quality shad. Well, actually, I get an iridium quality one. I guess I'm just a bit of an overachiever. With all the morning fish caught, I head over to the ocean as the next river fish I need doesn't spawn until noon. I manage to quickly grab myself a tilapia and then sprint back over to the river. The last fish I need here is the walleye, and I need to catch 2. One for the night fishing bundle and a gold star quality one for the quality bundle. Why the fish that has been caught at noon is in the night fishing bundle? I will never know though. Concerned Ape's sleep schedule must be a freaking mess, man. The walleye's a pretty easy fish to catch though, so after a couple hours I'm able to catch a regular one, though the gold one still eludes me. However, it's 4 p.m. now, meaning it's time to head back to the beach. There's still 2 fish left I need here, the red snapper and the eel. Oh, that was an easy eel. But despite the snapper being much more common, time ticks past 7 p.m., meaning it's no longer available. And since it can only be caught in the rain, I'll have to use another totem and return later. And with that, I head back to the river, and after fishing well into the night, I'm able to grab my last required fish, the gold star walleye. Overall, a really successful day, with the red snapper being the only normal fish we have left to catch. Following day, I do a community center drop-off and finish the brewer's bundle. Ancient fruit wine in there? Oh, now we get the keg. How could the reward for the brewer's bundle be the keg? Because you'd need a keg to do it. Eric, you'll be hearing from my lawyers. The river fish bundle, the night fishing bundle, the forager's bundle, the children's bundle, and the chef's bundle. Meaning the only items we have left to get are the gold star quality largemouth bass, a duck feather, wine, the red snapper, 15 roe, 15 aged roe, squid ink, and then either the lava eel, octopus, or the blobfish for the masturbators bundle. I knock out the first of them by fishing myself up a largemouth bass, which, why was this harder to catch than the eel? After that, I use a rain totem so I can catch the red snapper. Then I use my remaining cash to buy all the stone I need and buy myself a fish pond. I caught a bunch of tiger trout on my big fishing day, so I decided to throw them in the pond. From there, it's just sleeping, grabbing my tiger trout roe, and seeing if the duck has finally given me his feather. Sleep all the way to fall 22. Nice. Oh my god, finally. You're gone, bro. See ya. I drop all of those items off, including some starfruit wine I keg, meaning that the bulletin board is now complete. Now just the fish tank remains with the roe, squid ink, and master fisher's bundle. For that bundle, I decided to go with the blobfish, as I still have PTSD from trying to catch the lava eel and the octopus the first time. The only place to catch the blobfish is the submarine at the night market, meaning I gotta sleep all the way to midwinter, grabbing as much roe as I can along the way. While waiting for the night market to open though, I try my hand at the lava eel. Oh my god. Dear Lord, how was I supposed to do that? So that's obviously a no-go. I head to the night market, and after submerging on the submarine, I get to... cast out my fishing line. I've been saving my seafoam pudding for this very moment, so I make sure to chug that down the gullet. And after only a couple casts, I'm able to hook and catch the blobfish. Honestly, I was expecting this to be insanely difficult, but it ended up being a real breeze. But our work in the submarine isn't done yet, as I also make sure to grab myself a midnight squid while we're down here. From there, all that's left to do is mass sleep for our last row. And after harvesting all 30 pieces, we can empty the pond and place our squid inside. And after nearly a month of sleeping, she manages to squirt out her squidding. And with that all collected, we can head to the community center for one final drop-off. Wait, you only need 2 of them? Oh. Well, now I feel stupid. Because I didn't need the squid at all. Well, it's alright. Whatever. Got it all for posterity's sake. The lost bundle. Last bundle. The Junimos. Bye, guys. So long, Gay Bowser. Show me Marnie doing her funny dance. Yeah. Oh, the worm bin's in it. Worm bin. Worm bin. Worm bin. Worm bin. Worm bin. I never understood about this scene. He says, all my customers here. But, like, this isn't like a store. Like, this isn't Pierre's store. This is, like... a community center. You know what I mean? Like, just because they're here doesn't mean they're not going to go to the local Walmart. Like, people don't hang out at Walmart. Well, some people do, and that's why most of us don't. And with that, after 5 in-game years, I had finally completed the hardest Stardew Valley mod ever created. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.